Hello people, welcome to my channel. So today in this video I am going to show you how to perform the action of drag and drop in the Codeceptjs Playwright tutorial. Okay, so let's go into the video. So this is the official website of the Codeceptjs where we have lot of all the documentations what and all to perform, and here I am going to do the web automation. So here are some of the actions, built-in functions that has been provided by the Codeceptjs with the Playwright helper. So we are going to use this and to perform the drag and drop action. So we will see how it will go. And here this is a very straightforward function where we can use the source element and the destination element. If we need, we can even give the coordinates to perform the drag and drop action in a particular coordinates also. So this is a very straight away thing, but today in this video I am not going to perform this kind of very straight away approach. If we have the draggable action where we don't know the destination element exactly, so in that case how to perform the drag action, so that part I am going to cover in this tutorial. So please watch it, it will be definitely useful for you. So here I am going to use this test website to perform the automation on the draggable. So here you can see it is showing this drag me around. So here if you see there is no any destination where it needs to be dropped. So this is the case which I have taken up to perform the drag and drop using a different approach in the Playwright rather than going for the very straightforward approach here, where if we know the destination element we can use directly this drag and drop built-in function which has been provided in the Playwright Codeceptjs itself. But this is a different case where if you don't have the destination element and but still you want to perform the drag action here. See, this is a very random drag and drop action where we don't know what is the exact destination element element locator. So in that case how to perform the draggable action. So that this kind of different case I am going to cover in this tutorial. So please don't miss it and watch till the end to get the approach around. Okay, so let me get into the Visual Studio Code here. So this one. So these are all the before I have made videos to perform handle the different cases whereby different approaches. It has all the different kind of approach, like the very straightforward built-in approach with the built-in functions provided by the Codeceptjs, and in the different cases where the built-in functions are not that much approachable, or we are not able to achieve what we want to do in automation. In that cases we can have the different code that has been written to perform the actions we need. So that kind of things also I have handled in before my previous videos also. So please watch those videos if you need. Okay, now in this video let me create a test. So to create a test in the Codeceptjs we have this command npx Codeceptjs gt. So it is asking which what is the name of the test here. So we are going to perform the drag. So I am going to give this. So here this gray format whatever it is showing, it is the default test name that has been going to create. If you are okay with it you can just press enter. If you don't want, if you want to write it some other the name that is according to you, then you can give that name, type the name here. So now I am okay with already the default name it is suggesting, so I am just giving enter here. So that's it. So you can see here the test has been created. So now what we need to do, this is a draggable test, so I am going to just change the scenario name here. Okay, now here from this we are going to write the steps or the code to perform all the automation, the steps of the manual task whatever we are going to do. We are going to automate each one step in using the functions here. Okay, so here if you go to the Codeceptjs, here I have been given the URL. So this is the basics which I have covered in my previous videos. I will give a link of that also. So please go through that to get the catch of it, like how we are actually giving the URL here and appending it on the landing page. Okay, so here this is the URL of the website I am going to automate. So let me go here. So here you can see, right, so waytoautomation.com. So that is the URL which I am going to give in a Codeceptjs configuration file. So this is the base URL I have given here, and then when you come to draggable test.js. So here, what are all the built-in functions available in the Playwright? You can see all these in the Codeceptjs documentation itself. So to land open the web page, we have this built-in function. So what we need to do, we need to use this function to land onto the particular page. Okay, here you can see it is opens the main page of the website. If you don't give anything after this slash, then it will just launch the base URL here. So basically, if you won't give anything and just mention then the slash here, it will just append to that base URL whatever we have given on the configuration file, and it will just launch. So when we give that, it will just launch the https builtinautomation.com. And if you want to append something else, so you can give this one like slash, and after that whatever the URL is there, we can give that. So in our case, we have given the base URL till this one. If you want to give the other ones, so we can just append this one. Okay, what will happen during the runtime? So it will append the base URL whatever we have given on the configuration file, and to the URL whatever we have given in the I am on page function. Okay, that is how it will work. So now here I am going to use I am on page, and here I am going to give the URL. So what is the URL here? So I have just navigated to here. So let me go to the starting page itself. Okay, so this is the page where we need to land on. So I'm just going to give this one here. Okay, and now here I just want to click on this. Okay, so to avoid all those steps, you can even give directly this URL. So let me give this URL directly here. Okay, let us check how it is working. So what is the run command? npx codeceptjs run. If you give just like this, it will run all the tests that has been included in this location. So whatever the tests are there here, so it will just run all the tests if you just give the npx codeceptjs run. But if you want to have the specific test to be run, you can pass that file location of that. So we are already in the Codeceptjs Playwright folder. So from here it is under test and draggable test.js. So it has been launched. So you can see it is passed. So now what I am going to do is to make it visible, let me give the weight here so that you can understand whether it has been launched properly or not. See, it is been launched, correct? Now we need to click on this draggable one. So what we need to do, we again go here. So open the elements. So we need to click on this. So get the element. So I'm going to give it here. So before to perform any action on an element, it is the best way to wait for an element. So I'm giving wait for an element for 5 seconds. So you can see here. So once you are using any function, it will show in what what order we need to send the argument. So here if you can see the locator we need to send, and then seconds we need to send. Okay, if we don't give anything, by default it will be 1 second. So here I am telling to wait for 5 seconds until this element has been available on the website. So here after wait for the element, so now I am going to perform click. Okay, so now let us do the other steps also. So now we have clicked, and if you observe, this is a one old tab and this is a new tab in which the draggable window has been opened. So to navigate to the next tab, we have the built-in function here. So you can see switch to next tab. Okay, so switch focus to a particular tab by its number. It waits tabs loading and then switch tab. Okay, so this is the way we need to use the switch to next tab. So here sometimes it may take to wait to get the tabs loaded. So in that case we have the built-in function already, wait for the number of tabs. Okay, so here you can see wait for the number of tabs, expected tabs, and then seconds we can give. How many tabs will be there? So including the old tab, we will be having in the same browser, we will be having the 2 tabs. So I am giving the 2 count, including the old tab and the new tab it will be opening. So that's how I am giving 2 here, and then I am telling it to wait for some time, 5 seconds. Okay, now I will give switch to next tab. Okay, so now what will happen? We need to perform the drag action here, correct? So, and if you see, this draggable is inside an iframe. So directly if we want to perform any action or to perform any wait for element or whatever it may be, it won't identify because it is inside iframe. So for that we need to go for the another approach. So before going to that approach, let us check until this it is working fine or not. So I am running the code again. It has opened the browser window. So it clicked on draggable and then it waited for the 2 tabs to be opened, and now the focus should be on the new tab. Okay, see, if you see, it has been run properly. Now after switching to the next tab, we need to wait for this. Okay, now within this iframe, right, I'm going to copy this element. So now as it is inside an iframe, we can use within. So they are telling how to write it. Sorry. Now this is a frame. What is the element? So here this is the locator of the iframe, and here we are going to tell it to wait for this drag me around box. So here to wait until whether it has been loaded or not, we have the function here. Here if you go to see, so what it will do, checks that a page contains a visible text. So here this is the visible text, whatever we have, the drag me around. So I'm just copying it. So within the, as it is inside the iframe, so I'm going to write it in here. Okay. So now this is the function that will check whether it has been loaded or not. Okay, now Now what we need to do, we need to perform the drag option. So to perform the drag option, as I said at the start of the video, we have this function which is drag and drop. Here what they are telling, if we have the source element and the destination element, we can straight away use this built-in function in this manner. So I can use like this, drag and drop. So source element, so let me go here. What is the source element? This one. So what it is? Div draggable. So I can just give like this. So div id draggable. Okay. Though here it shows 1 of 4, but the first element is this one only, it is pointing out. So by default it will always pick up the first element. So I am not bothering about whether it shows 4 elements or more than one element actually. So here I am just using this one. I can use this, and what they are saying next one, we need to use the destination element. So if we go here, in our case we don't have any destination element. So basically if you have another box here saying drop, then we can have that element locator of it and we can straight away use it here as the destination element, and it will perform the drag and drop option. But in this case we don't have anything, so we don't have the particular locator to find out the destination element. It is just the random move around on this within this iframe. So in that case, how we can perform the drag option? So that's what I am going to show in this video. Okay, now to perform any drag option, basically we need to perform the mouse movements here, correct? So we need to click it and move it, correct? So this is what the mouse movement. So we are going to perform the mouse movements here with the help of Playwright. So here they are giving the built-in functions which are quite very common actions what we do in the automation. So but to handle the different key scenarios in like this, we can go directly to the Playwright documents where we have the actions. So actions document. So in that we can see how to perform the actions, to click checkboxes, radio buttons, mouse click. So here whatever they are doing, so we can perform that. So let me go to the drag. So drag and drop here. So this is how they are performing the mouse up, mouse move, mouse down. So here they are giving, right? So dragging manually. So to perform the drag option manually, so you need to use this mouse down, mouse move, mouse up. So these are all the mouse movements we can perform. So this is the functions we are going to use in our approach. Okay, let me go here. So to perform that mouse movements, basically we need the coordinates, otherwise we can't actually move it. So if you see here, if we don't know the coordinates or some numbers, so we can't tell the script to perform the drag and drop within this way, within this iframe or something like that. So without any numbers it can't perform the drag and drop option. So for this we need to have the coordinates first. So we have one function already here, grab element bounding coordinates. So here if we see, if we use this function, it will fetch the coordinates in this way. So we can use this to perform the drag and drop option when there is no source element using the mouse movements. So I am going to use this function right now. So go here, as they are telling, it is having the promise we need to use the await. So to use await, we need to have it as an async function. So I am going to use this await I dot grab element bounding, right? So what is that element? Is div draggable. Okay, so for now let me just save it here and let me print it whether it is fetching the coordinates or not. So let me run this one. Okay, we'll check in our code. So you can see here it has fetched the coordinates. Okay, that is how we are going to use this. So now how to perform this drag? Okay, for that first we need to have the x. So it is rect x plus so this is actually to get the center horizontally. This is y dot height by 2. Okay, now let me print these two also. So now let me run it to check that. So it has loaded, it is being switched to new tab, and then it needs to be calculated. Okay, so it is being showed here. So the start x is 243 and this one is start y. So as we are going to have a separate function written by ourselves to perform this drag option, so it is always good to have a maintained it in a helper, so that we can use the functions directly using the I here. So however we are using I dot and functions, so in the same way if you want to use our custom functions also in the same way, we can always write it in a creating a helper and write in the function. So to have the basic idea of what is this helper, how it has been created, I have already covered in one of my videos. I'll just link my videos on the top of this video. Please go through that video to have a basic idea of what is this helper and all. And then for now today I am just going ahead with creating a function here. So these are all the functions I have created in my previous videos to handle the different cases of scenarios where the built-in functions are not approaching or getting the desired results whatever we want. So here I am going to use the drag function I have created, and in this we are going to perform the mouse movements which will achieve the draggable action when there is no destination. So this is the the bounding react whatever we have got here in this function. So I'm going to pass it into this custom function. So here what I'm going to do, so first we need to have the current page loaded into this. So I'm going to use this dot helpers dot playwright. Okay, so now here we need to have this horizontal center and vertical center here. So once we have calculated the center, and from there if we are performing any move action, we can have the basic idea of where it is moving and all. So that is the reason why we actually calculate the center positions of both horizontal and vertical, so that it will start from the center and it will move around based on the coordinates whatever we give. Okay, so here we will get with this horizontal center, and with this we will get the vertical center. Okay, now we have these things. Now what it needs to do is like page dot, here only it will go what they are using, page dot mouse dot down or page dot mouse dot move. So first what we are doing in this here, so first we need to move the mouse to this particular element, and then we need to click the mouse button so that we are holding it, and then we need to drag it. There again one more move action will come, and then we will release it. So that is what mouse dot up function. I hope you have got the idea of whatever we are doing. So let me explain it again. So first what we are doing, we are going to perform the mouse move action, and then we are going to click the mouse button. So that is what mouse dot down. So clicking is the down action, and then we are dragging it, which is the mouse movement, and then again we are releasing it, which is mouse dot up. So that is what we are going to use here. So here if we go, we are going to do mouse move. They are telling x number and y number we can give. So here start x and then start y. As it is, we are using await, so we need to have it as a async. And then so after move we need to click the mouse button. So for that we need to use mouse dot down. Okay, and then it needs to perform the drag, correct? So for that page dot mouse dot move, and I am telling from center move to some other coordinates. Start y plus 100. So this 100 you can give how much ever you want. Okay, and then again after dragging it down from this position to this position, we need to release the mouse. So for that page dot mouse dot up. I hope this should work. So I'm going to use this function in our test. Okay, so here before even getting this, we need to wait actually until for that element to be available. So I'm going to give this div draggable for 5 seconds. Okay, and now let me run the test and check whether it works or not. See, it has been dragged. Okay, it has been passed. Okay, that's how we can handle when there is no destination element available. We can perform the drag and drop option in this way using the available functions from the Playwright tool itself. Okay, so this is the video, guys. I hope it has been very helpful for you. So these kind of cases we can handle using the very Playwright documents. We can go, and from there we can get the whatever the desired scenario we have. So based on that we can pick up the available functions from there, and we can add it in a helper in a Codeceptjs, and we can achieve the desired automation whatever we want. So to handle these kind of scenarios, the different case of scenarios, so please follow my channel and subscribe to my channel, and see you guys in my next video. Thank you.